From the High Definition Production Center of Troy University's Broadcast and Digital Network and Troy campuses around the world, this is Troy TrojanVision Weekly.
Hello and welcome to Troy TrojanVision Weekly. We're glad you joined us for this look at what's happening in and around Troy University. I'm your host, Aaron Taylor. The Adams Administration Building is traditionally one of the first buildings new students see when they arrive on campus, since the admissions office is located there. But now the building is going through some renovations to give these students an improved first impression. Ryan Renfro has the details.
Current students and future Trojans of Troy University don't have to look far to see new improvements taking shape on campus. Over the years, the enrollment management staff here at Troy University has outgrown its office space, resulting in a change to the Adams Administration Building, one the university hopes will be a more welcoming addition.
We need more of a front door to the university that would welcome incoming students who are interested in enrolling at Troy University.
And as the new entrance to admissions shifts from one side of the building to the next, Hawkins says the new look will have a positive result.
And that front door used to face the quad, but when we returned the quad to a pedestrian-friendly environment, then the front door sort of changed. And so we want the front door to be very appealing.
And that new front door will be right here facing University Avenue. And as you can see, it might not look too appealing at the moment, but this project is taking shape.
We will create really a very attractive entry point so that new students who are seeking information will be accommodated in a very comfortable and attractive place.
Hawkins says the project could take up to 240 days to complete. So though the arrival of this new front door may take some time, the chancellor says sometimes an inconvenience is simply a mark of progress.
We think it's a very progressive state that we'll enter once we've completed that project. So everybody needs to be patient.
As of right now, the admissions office is located on the bottom floor of Bibb Graves Hall. And throughout the summer, incoming freshmen get the chance to learn about their new college home at the Impact Orientation Sessions. And even though the new Trojans get a general overview of what they can expect, there's an opportunity to find something a little more specific to meet their interests. Deja Suarez explains.
On Monday, Troy held its third Impact session for the summer, allowing hundreds of incoming students an opportunity to interact with each other and Troy students on campus.
It's really great for them to put faces to organizations and really see who they're spending their time with, because if you just say a bunch of random letters of a Greek organization, or if you just say a certain club, they want to know who's in that club and what do they really stand for.
Countless organizations and clubs were represented at the Browse session as organization recruiters passed out pamphlets and open invitations for all students to join in their cause.
This is probably our biggest recruitment tool for the Browse session at Impact. Every freshman comes through Impact, and so being that we're only a freshman group, this is the best way for us to meet and market for people. So this is for sure the biggest recruitment tool for us.
We're here today to tell new students about Trojan Cafe. It's a website for Troy University students. Trojan Cafe has a wealth of information. There are so many valuable resources that a lot of students don't even know exist. But Trojan Cafe is all about unifying the Troy student community.
Anxious about the upcoming school year, freshmen crowd into the ballrooms to see what student life really looks like. The summer Browse sessions give incoming freshmen a more realistic experience and an opportunity to meet peers with the same expectations.
It's cool to learn more about the campus. I've done a official tour here before, but this was more just for freshmen, so it was pretty helpful to see what you can do your first year here.
Deja Suarez, Troy TrojanVision News.
Monday morning, Troy University took time out to recognize the hard work and dedication of some of its employees. Ryan Renfro shows us how.
An honorary ceremony was held on Monday afternoon in Howell Hall for Troy University staff members. Members were recognized for their loyalty and dedication to the university and were awarded honorary pins for their numerous years of service.
To honor our staff and those staff members who give good service to the university each quarter is important to us, and it sends a great message to other employees.
One staff member in attendance was awarded the university's Virgil Parks McKinley Award, an award presented quarterly to an employee who has worked diligently for the progress of the university. And as for this year's McKinley Award recipient, the award for her was a little bit of a surprise.
It was just such an honor. That is just the greatest honor a staff member can get at Troy, and it's just amazing,
One Trojan in attendance says he's proud of Sims and the rest of the staff, or as he says, the ones who are here when everyone else is gone.
It's often said that, an organization never rises above the level of its people, and I think it's people like Leah Sims who set a high standard, and they inspire us, and at the heart of the institution you find dedicated staff, and I don't think there are any who are more dedicated than Leah.
It says we appreciate what you do for the university. It also says we appreciate what you do and what you've done, but we also appreciate what you're going to do. It's what makes a great university with a great family and a great group of employees who do that, and so we appreciate all of them that do.
In other words, look at what this person did, and you can do the same thing. Ryan Renfro, Troy, TrojanVision News.
And as the McKinley Award winner, Sims received an engraved clock and a $1,000 stipend. The city of Troy has a major construction project in the works right off of 231, one that the city feels will bring improved economic development to the area. The project's primary business, Publix, has already got many citizens excited about the possibilities of this new development. Ryan Renfro takes a look at the progress in the construction.
If you're traveling along Highway 231 in Troy, stop and look closely. Hiding behind Popeyes at the intersection of South George Wallace Drive and Highway 231 are the beginnings of a new project coming to Troy, a supermarket you've probably heard of before.
Publix definitely has a place in our market.
You heard correctly. A new Publix will open up shop in Trojan territory. Mayor Jason Reeves explains the reasoning behind the new addition.
We were losing people out of the community that were shopping in Publix at other locations. So I think we keep those people here. They have a lot of things that maybe other places don't offer.
Publix isn't the only project taking shape. New roads are also under construction, offering connecting passages between 231 and Publix. However, Publix's popularity has left some residents anxious to see how traffic will be affected.
Just a couple weeks ago, we had 2 wrecks that was already out here dealing with the traffic, people coming in and coming out, so it's going to have a big impact on traffic dealing with the Popeyes and the customers. Despite
concerns, Reeves says the new road system will have a positive effect on traffic.
We did a very comprehensive traffic study before we built the roads, and actually the new road system will actually alleviate each intersection along 231.
The outside opening for this new Trojan landmark is set for February 16th of 2017. And as Mayor Jason Reeves puts it, Publix will be one of the first of many dominoes to fall in a large amount of growth. In Troy, Ryan Renfro, Troy, TrojanVision News.
Reeves says that the Publix and road construction project is expected to be finished by November of this year. When some Pike County children and their relatives took a trip to Troy University's Arboretum to learn about the trees and other topics pertaining to nature, but this visit had an extra educational element as it was a part of the Kids and Kin's Picnic in the Park series. Nathaniel Rodriguez tells us more about the program.
County Kids and Kin program visited Troy University's Arboretum Wednesday as part of their summer training. The program is for relatives who care for children in the place of their parents, teaching them the proper ways to interact with children.
Our program works with relative care providers who do not have custody of the children, who have not adopted the children. They can't be a part of our program if they have a daycare center because there's other programs out there available for those individuals. These are just family members.
This summer's training series is called Picnic in the Park and is aimed at teaching children and their relatives about nature in Pike County.
Part of the reason we're doing this is to teach them about the natural resources and the things that are available around Pike County and the surrounding area so that the relatives can be involved with their children and take them to those places that they might not know about.
Bass says that the program is important because it equips caretakers with proper training.
In our world today, there are so many people, so many children that are depending on their relatives to take care of them because either the mom and dad are not doing the job that they should be doing or the mom and dad can't do the job because of having to work 2 or 3 jobs or something like that.
Currently, Kids and Kin has a presence in 30 counties, but Bass hopes that it will get enough funding to spread across the state.
There's no other program quite like our program in the state of Alabama. We're hoping that our funding is going to allow us to go statewide soon, maybe this fall. We have just written a new grant, and we're hoping to hear from it any day now. We're hoping that we're going to be able to service all 67 counties.
While the Pike County members of Kids and Kin usually meet in Brundage, they will be back at Troy University in July. Nathaniel Rodriguez, Troy, TrojanVision News.
We're going to take a short break, but when we return, we'll take a look at some of the variety of camps taking place at Troy University this summer. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
My journey skating for the gold taught me a lot, but my journey with breast cancer has been one of my greatest teachers.
Every woman's breast cancer is unique. Be Wiser educates and empowers women to take control of their breast cancer treatment plan and help navigate their own path beyond 5 years.
Talk to your doctor about information and tests to personalize a treatment plan that fits your needs. I did. Be informed, be wiser, support survivors like us.
This is Thomas. During the day, he works in research, and at night, he's a warrior. Soon he'll have a degree from Troy University, a historic and affordable public university with flexible online and in-class courses, and professors who know their students by name. Do what you love and be great at it. That's the warrior spirit. Learn more at troy.edu/workingwarrior.
Through the years, trends and styles may come and go, but the important things remain the same. Generation after generation, consistently there, creating moments and memories to last a lifetime. Like a true friend, the national parks have always been there for you, and now you can be there for them. Support the National Park Foundation and help protect America's treasured places.
Now back to Troy TrojanVision News Weekly.
All last week, high school musicians from across the country were on Troy's campus, learning from the sound of the South. Well, on Thursday afternoon, the students showed off all they had learned in a performance in Sartain Hall. Antonio Reese has the story.
Troy University's very own Sound of the South hosted their annual Summer Music Leadership Camp for its 45th year. Current members and past alumni came together to instruct students on various techniques and routines to take back to their respective schools, and also be used in their end-of-camp concert. The performance consisted of just about every imaginable section of band, from percussions to color guard, all made up of students from all over the state. During the performance, each section presented what routine they had practiced throughout the course of the week to their peers and audience, as well as their instructors, showcasing how their practice all came together. Once the performance came to a close, Assistant Drum Major Justin McCall stated what exactly the camp's purpose was overall.
Basically, today was about a performance for the kids. They came out here, they worked all week, and we just want to give them things that they can take back to their bands and that they can implement with the other students that maybe don't come here, and we just want to give them a performance for their family that are up in the stands and their students that are around. So we just want to give them a chance to come out and do what they love to do.
McCall reports that the camp hosted a helping of students this year since he has been part of the event.
This was a really big turnout for us. We had almost 600 kids at this camp, and I've been here for 3 years, and it keeps getting bigger and bigger every year. So it was really great to see all these kids out here.
McCall even went on to say what impact he believes the camp can potentially have on students.
This camp's an opportunity for the kids to come out and see what we do here at Troy. And so they get a chance to live the life of a Troy student really for about a week. So it's really good for us to, have that opportunity to give to these kids, and maybe they make that decision to come out to Troy. So that's big for our program as well.
For all the campers that were in attendance, we could definitely say this was the perfect way to wrap up their camp. This has been Antonio Reese, Troy, TrojanVision News.
And the Summer Music Leadership Camp wasn't the only opportunity to learn about music. Over the weekend, the John M. Long School of Music held its 3rd annual Mic Check, a camp aimed at teaching students about the onstage and behind-the-scenes elements of the music industry. Nathaniel Rodriguez has the story.
The 37 high school and Troy University students came to the Troy University campus for this year's Mic Check, a camp focused on teaching students about the music industry. Students learned from Troy faculty and professionals from the music industry in full group sessions and also 5 small group sessions that focus heavily on a particular topic.
We have 5 different tracks at this particular point. We have vocalists, we have instrumentalists, we have audio engineers, we have sound designers for film and television, and then we have those studying songwriting.
Smith says that the high school students benefit from the camp by allowing them to be exposed to a career field before they make a decision concerning their collegiate career.
High school students, this is an opportunity for you to come and actually explore, to actually experiment, to experience something before you have to make that incredible commitment to what your college education is going to be and ultimately what your career is going to be.
But while high school students may pay up to $200 to be involved with Mic Check, Troy University students can get involved for much less.
What's really cool about Troy University and this Mic Check experience is that for the Troy students, it's only $10 to be able to be a part of this this experience, then get to learn all the stuff that we're learning from professionals who actually work in the industry.
Smith says while the program is still relatively new, he would like to see it expand beyond Troy University.
We are in our 3rd year with Mic Check right now. We've kept it very local and, as almost a pilot project. Our plans now, however, are to now take this, this is so unique, to start taking this further into our state, into our region, and ultimately nationally.
And the camp learning wasn't limited to just music. There were aspiring sluggers filling Riddle Pace Field this week, learning some baseball fundamentals from head coach Mark Smart and his coaching staff. Will McCarthy has the details.
After a long season on the diamond, Troy Baseball held its annual summer baseball camp. The camp is comprised of players from ages 6 to 12, but for assistant coach Brad Phillips, it's all about having fun.
A lot of fun. That's number one. We've had a lot of fun with these guys, teaching them the game. As well as, you know, playing and having some fun with it as well. This age group, you got to keep them entertained as well. So we try to teach and have fun all at the same time, and we feel that we've been able to accomplish that.
At any baseball camp, you have to cover all the bases of the game. For Coach Phillips, this age group grasped at the opportunity to learn something new at a new position they've never played before.
We've covered all phases: pitching, infield, outfield, hitting. You know, we try to blanket all phases, and you know, it's something that these guys at this age, they're able to use because they all play different positions in their league. So we feel that we've covered about everything that we can for this age group.
Even with this age group, there's still one virtue you have to have.
Patience. No, it's been a good 2 days. It's fun. It's one of our favorite camps because of the youth and the energy that's involved in this camp, and always smiling, always having fun. They always have a good day, so it always, it's always fun to be around them.
If any player has missed out on this baseball camp, Coach Phillips says there might be another one later on this summer.
We might have another youth camp in the summer. We'll see how it goes. We definitely will have a Christmas youth camp. Those are our 2 staples throughout the year. We might have one more, we'll see, but we'll be posting that if we do.
These ball players had a lot of fun out here over the past couple of days. Who knows? Maybe one of these players will become a future Troy Trojan.
We're going to take another quick break, but when we come back, we'll hear some offerings from our friends at Troy Public Radio. So don't touch that dial.
Did you go to the schoolyard? Calm down, please. Where did you look? We can make a plan somehow if I just.
He's a smart boy, and he's gonna be okay.
Okay, try to call him again.
There's no reception. Everything is down.
Try. Try already.
Nothing's working.
Well, just
everything's down.
Do you think he's on his way? Please. Is he okay?
Laura.
Please tell me he's okay.
I need you to calm down.
Why, that's my baby. This is so bad. He's out there by himself.
Make sure you know where to find your family in an emergency. Start your plan at ready.gov.
This is Dr. Daniel Smith. He's an expert in domestic and international economics. But his proudest achievement is connecting with his students and helping them accomplish more than they ever thought possible. That's the warrior spirit, and it's alive and well at Troy University. Feel it at troy.edu/spirit.
Now back to Troy Trojan Vision News Weekly.
Each week we take some time to hear some of the work done by our broadcast partners at Troy Public Radio. And as we do each week, we'll get another sample of Talk of Troy, the student-produced newscast of Troy Public Radio. Let's take a look.
It's the Talk of Troy. Voices and sounds from the campuses of Troy University. I'm Sharnique McEachern. We're here to report that there are dragons on the Gulf Coast, and a Troy professor has captured some for his research. But these dragons are not the fire-breathing Game of Thrones kind, as producer Hayes Grissom reports.
For Stephen Landers, the real dragon hunt begins under the microscope. That's because the mud dragons, or conorynchs, that he studies are very small, and sometimes they all look alike.
One of the very difficult things about conorynchs is they're all microscopic and they all have 11 segments. So right away you're starting with an entire phylum where everybody looks alike.
Landers has been dragon hunting since 2007. He and his research partner have officially named 5 conorynch species, each with specific physical characteristics.
The length versus the width. A short, fat-looking dragon that's got long spines on one particular segment.
You can go on your own hunt for more information about mud dragons. Just visit troy.edu/news. For the Talk of Troy, I'm Hayes Grissom.
When Troy senior Ram Kumar Jagadisan visited his home country, India, he found that some school children could only sing a few songs.
Because unfortunately right now we don't have music in schools, even in affluent schools, which leaves the underprivileged children with no chance of learning formal music.
His work with the Nalandoe Foundation, which helps children in India learn to express themselves through the arts, led him to create Project Missing Pieces, which is helping make quality music education more available.
The dream is to make this endeavor into a music conservatory back home in India.
For more information about Jagadisan and how you can support Project Missing Pieces, visit troy.edu/news. I'm Sharnique McEachern, and you've been listening to The Talk of Troy, a production of Troy Public Radio.
Throughout the week, Troy Public Radio can be heard on 89.9 in Troy and Montgomery, 88.7 in Dothan, and 91.7 in Phoenix City. And it's time for our last break, but when we return, we'll learn about how some young actors and actresses can get their chance to shine in the spotlight. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
Looks like it's done.
Don't let salmonella get funky with your chicken. On average, 1 in 6 Americans will get a foodborne illness this year. You can't see these microbes, but they might be there. So learn the right temperature to cook each type of meat. Keep your family safe at foodsafety.gov.
If you store your guns properly, I'll feel safer when I'm playing outside.
Safer when walking home.
I won't have to tell so many family members. I'm sorry.
I won't hear as many scary stories.
And I won't have to tell my kids. This isn't a drill.
Please.
Please, do it for us.
Your family, friends, and neighbors are all counting on you. Never let your gun get into the wrong hands. Remember, always, lock it up. Visit ncpc.org.
If a child with autism is missing, immediately search places that pose the most danger, such as nearby water and busy streets. For more ways to help, visit missingkids.com/aware.
Now back to Troy Trojan Vision News Weekly.
Next month, youngsters looking to get a taste of theater and dance will have the chance in the Summer Spotlight. We'll learn how they can get involved in this week's Trojan Talk. Hello and welcome to Trojan Talk. I'm your host, Aaron Taylor. Today we'll be talking about Summer Spotlight here at Troy University. My guest today knows quite a bit about it. The head of theater and dance here at Troy University, Tori Everett. Tori, thanks for joining me here today.
Thank you, Aaron, for having me.
And now we're talking about Summer Spotlight, and this is an opportunity for area youngsters. I say area youngsters, but folks from all over come and take part in what is probably one of the biggest camps that go on this summer, and be a part of the theater and dance department from little ones to older kids. But tell us a little about Summer Spotlight.
Summer Spotlight goes for 3 weeks in July, and it's K through 12 and rising college freshmen. And we do several camps with theater, dance, creative movement, technical theater, design, management, just everything that you can cover. We touch a little bit of in Summer Spotlight, ages 4 and up.
And of course, this camp, you mentioned the age range, but also experience range. You don't necessarily have to be involved already. This is where you can be at any level to get involved with theater and dance and part of this program.
Right. It's really designed to meet students and participants where they are, and some people come from really well-established programs that have theater and dance in their schools and communities, and some people come from areas that don't have so much. So we meet you where you are, whether like you said, with age and experience, and there's something for everybody at every age and every level. And
the age ranges are broken up in the particular weeks. There's 3 weeks, but you break those camps up by the age ranges, including. Let's talk a little about the differences in the age ranges and what they can expect. Starting with the mini spotlighters, which is always seems to be one of the cutest and most fun parts of the Summer Spotlight series.
Yes, they're our favorites. We have the Creative Drama Camp, which is our second camp. This year is July 17th through 22nd, and the mini spots are 4 and 5 year olds. They go for a half day. We have a morning group and an afternoon group, and they work in theater and creative movement and storytelling and put on a little show at the end of the week. So those are our minis. And then our spotlighters are ages 6 through 13, and they go for a full day and do activities again in creative drama and movement. They go to Trojan dining, which they love. It's their favorite part of the day. And then they rehearse in the afternoons to put on a Disney Broadway showcase at the end of the week for parents and friends.
And for any of the kids out there who are interested, it's kind of a surprise. So they've got to come to the camp to find out what musical they're going to be performing.
We typically reveal it the week before. We just drag it out. So you have to watch social media we'll dole out the possible titles and see which one it's going to be this year.
Now, obviously the younger kids there now get a little bit older and talk about what some of the next age range and what's capable available for them. So
right. So prior to the Creative Drama Camp, we have a camp called Spotlight on Dance, and it's the older elementary going into middle school grades. So it's ages 8 through 12, and it's just a week of exploring the world of dance and movement. And again, there's no dance experience required. It's not a dance intensive camp for youth. It's learning about creating your own dance and conditioning and thinking about how we tell stories through movement. And that's a full day with a showcase at the end and Trojan dining and all that wonderful stuff. So that's Spotlight on Dance. This year it's July 11th through 15th. So always a lot of fun. The oldest camp, and we don't even call it a camp, it's an intensive. It's an on-campus week, coming on Sunday, leave on Saturday. This year it's July 24th through 30th, and it's the performance intensive and the tech and management intensive. So whether you're on the performance side or you prefer to be in the background or behind the scenes or creating things, calling the show, we've got something for everybody there, and it's for theater and dance. So it's not just a theater program.
So anyone involved, any of those age ranges, any of those experience ranges can get involved. How can they get involved and be a part of this?
They can go to troytheater.org. That's the quickest route to get to the information. Got the application and brochure.
We're seeing it there on the screen there. So.
So you can click on any of those things to get more information, and there are the brochures there. And also the application, your registration application is available there in PDF form. So they can do that. They can also call the Department of Theater and Dance. Again, this information's on the website. That's 334-808-6142. And then if they look on the troy.edu summer camps page, they'll find the Summer Spotlight programs there.
So if all else fails, troy.edu, and then hit that camps link, which is right there on the main page, and they'll get you the information there. So now let's talk about some deadlines for this. When is the deadline for them to register? Obviously the information is on the webpage, but if they're watching for this, when can they register?
So registration for the 2 youth camps, Spotlight on Dance and the Creative Drama Camp, is July the 1st, and registration for the intensives closes July 15th.
July 15th. So, and once again, anyone that's interested in being part, the information on the website, but experience level across the board, doesn't matter what the experience level, you're going to make it fit for them if they take part in this.
Absolutely, and they're divided according to age. They're constantly supervised, and they've got lots of help. Our Troy student staff and our guest artist staff, they're so helpful, very knowledgeable. It's a quality experience. All the activities are based in the Alabama and National Art Standards, so this isn't just playtime. We're actually doing some real work with these young people, and it's amazing what they pull off at the end of each of these weeks.
Education, but having some fun while you're doing it.
Absolutely.
Well, Tori, good luck with this year's camp, and thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, Aaron.
And thank you for joining us on today's edition of Trojan Talk. And that's what happened on the 3rd week of June 2016. We hope you join us again next week for another edition of TrojanVision Weekly. Have a good week.